Smith.
We run Berkshire Heating and Air Conditioning right here in Western Mass.
When we think of Western Mass, we think of home. Our neighbors, our communities.
We do our best to be good neighbors and provide all your home comfort needs. We have full-service plumbing, heating, and air conditioning.
Remember, our staff doesn't just work here, we live here. We're your neighbors.
Give Berkshire Heating and Air Conditioning a call today or book.
Good morning, I am meteorologist James Bryant with Time of Valley WX for today's morning.
Probably need that sweatshirt, but we have a gorgeous sunrise this morning.
Good morning, meteorologist James Bryant with the BX Forecast Center.
Peek out the window for the next couple of minutes. There's a really, really nice view out there. Official sunrise coming up just under 45 minutes from now at 6:13 in the capital city. Temperatures right now are in the 40s for the most part, with the exception of the shoreline, where some of you are hanging out in the 50s right now. So Bridgeport, 53.
Good morning, everyone. With the latest
this morning, and that's why you may need that light jacket.
altitudes in the Corner BX Forecast Center. We're going to start with the forecast actually with meteorologist Tyler Hastings.
Is the breeze at times gusting anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour. So if you have any yard work to do, maybe you need to rake up some of those leaves. Today, maybe not the day to do it with the breeze in play. And sprinkle possible as well. That's possible tomorrow, but the breeze would calm down. So that's our pick for any leaf raking you have to do now. Speaking of the leaves, coming up in our full first alert forecast, we are going to have a look at the foliage report, how it's doing, and what the forecast for the next couple of days is. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Right now, though, let's get over to Caitlin for a check of traffic.
All right, thanks, Taylor. Hey, good morning, everyone. It is approaching 6:32 here on your Thursday. Just a heads up here, we got some road work that's going to potentially impact your ride here, not just this morning, not just this afternoon, but basically all week long. Meriden Route 15 northbound, exit 64B to the 91 north ramp there is closed. We've got all the details on how to get around up to the WFSB app. Live look outside here in Plainville along Route 72. Here's a different vantage point in Route 72 as well, along the New Britain corridor here. So we had some earlier construction that was set up. Those crews have just left. Live look outside in Meriden on 91, here in West Hartford on 84 as well. Things are at least moving along out there. No crashes to tell you about. Your drive times looking pretty typical for this time of morning. Let's check your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Police are trying to track down a man who they say tried to pick up a young girl he didn't know outside of a local school. Your reporter Roger Suzanne joins us live now.
There's a search for a car.
The
girl didn't even look on. Roger?
Good morning, ladies. Fortunately, that little 9-year-old girl, we're told, is safe this morning. That's the most important thing, obviously, but the situation itself is extremely unsettling. Bristol police tell us it all played out here outside the St. Joseph School in Bristol. They tell us that a driver in this dark-colored SUV drove up outside the school and apparently called the little girl over multiple times by name. Now, fortunately, staff members saw this as it was playing out, and they did the right thing. They approached the suspect, who then, according to police, just sped off. Now, investigators tell us maybe another one of the most unsettling things about the situation. The little girl's family does not recognize the suspect or even the SUV. Now, police have released a limited description of the driver. They tell us it's a man between the ages of 20 and 30 with tan skin and dark-colored curly hair. Now, obviously, that description alone doesn't do all that much in terms of being helpful. However, if you could put that description together with that SUV that we showed you, perhaps that could be useful enough information to pass along to police. They are hoping the public steps up with information. Reporting live in Bristol this morning, I'm your reporter, Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
This morning, if you live in Bristol, plans to add armed security guards at your kids' schools are moving forward. It has now been approved by the Board of Education's Policy Committee. The guards would not replace current school resource officers. The plan could be approved by the full Board of Education at their next meeting, November 5th.
Well, happening right now, more people in our state are calling for regulations on homeschooling to...
All right.
Weeks after young Jacqueline Torres's remains were found in New Britain. Jacqueline had been pulled out of the New Britain school system and was dead 2 months later, officials say. is accused of killing her. Activists are pushing for Mimi's Law, named after her Jacqueline's nickname. It calls for welfare checks, improving communication, and increasing accountability for homeschooled students.
Alright, development
Waterbury
news.
Police are searching for the person.
Police are searching for a N1 driver. People in news checkers close to the scene of that crash of that accident. That is. Now let me show you. This is not good. We got actually Taylor Knight. Taylor.
Well, officers here at the Waterbury Police Department spent hours investigating this hit and run crash. It happened last night, and they are still searching for the driver this morning. Waterbury police say a driver hit a pedestrian at the intersection of Stilson and Wolcott Roads. You can see officers investigating at a crosswalk in that area. There are evidence markers around a bag with food on the ground and a hat. Waterbury police say the victim is a man and was taken to the hospital. He is in critical condition this morning. His identity has not been released at this time. The area was closed for several hours overnight, but has reopened to traffic this morning. We are working to get more information about the car that was involved in this crash. We will bring you any updates on air and online at WFSB.com. Your reporter in Waterbury, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you so much, Taylor. Alright, happening right now. 18-year-old people has a brand new person, wait to has been charged in a deadly crash in Newtown. We'll know more coming up in just a moment. And coming up at
Happening
6.
today, the Senate could vote on a bill to pay some federal workers while the government is shut down. It would pay workers deemed as essential, including air traffic controllers. In the meantime, Connecticut Food Share is using emergency funding to support federal workers in our state as well. Food assistance benefits could run out
It's
by the end of
supporting
next
federal
week
workers.
if the shutdown does not end. This morning, a new poll from Quinnipiac University shows who voters
From us, Quinnipiac, already know.
say Republicans are responsible. 39% blame the Democrats.
Do you go
11% say
further?
both parties are at fault.
Let's see.
Supporters from both parties put most of the blame on the other side, although more independents say Republicans are responsible. Well, this morning, lawmakers in our state say the government needs to build back your trust after a former state official was found guilty of bribery and extortion. The Senate Republican leader calls the conviction of Costa Diamantis a sign of mismanagement and lack of oversight and accountability. That it's wasting your tax dollars. And in the meantime, Governor Watt says his administration is trying to improve on this and uphold ethical standards as well.
Alright.
Diamantis is scheduled to be sentenced
Alright.
in January, and his attorney
Well, we
says
have
they will
that.
appeal this conviction.
What comes
He's facing
next?
Another federal trial in
He's expected
February
to
for
appeal the
separate allegations of Medicaid fraud. This morning, the United States is putting new sanctions.
Right
on
now,
Russia's
new
oil
sanctions
industry,
are
while
happening
Russia, the
in the
country,
United
is
States
negotiating
Senate.
an end to their war with Ukraine. The U.S.
To end the
announced
war.
sanctions shortly after a kindergarten
Yes.
classroom in Ukraine was
Well,
hit by
act
a Russian
on
drone strike,
Russian
killing
oil.
6
How
people.
will it be what
President Trump hopes that it will make
Ukraine
Russia's
war.
president more reasonable. The European Union
Cool
has
it
also
down.
agreed to sanction Russian oil. If you're looking for a seasonal job to cover the cost of holiday shopping, maybe experts
If
say
you're
it's
putting
difficult to find one.
Yeah, job searches are up right now, but employers are actually pulling back on hiring folks. An outplacement firm called Challenger says retail hiring will be at its lowest since 2009. But there are
retail
more
hiring
jobs
for
that
it. I think that's the
available,
one.
as well as delivery drivers
I
and service
big hiring
workers.
one.
And despite
And,
concerns about the economy, Americans
the holiday
expect
season
for the
spending
holidays,
outlook
according
is
to the
about to be
National
called.
Retail Federation. The
This is gonna
average
be-
person will spend $900 this year. That's for gifts, decorations. More than half of the people are expected to do their shopping online.
Alright,
All
let's go town by town.
All across our state today.
On the state.
We'll start in Naugatuck, where a new business is working to help patients in long-term care and their caregivers. Compassion Care will assist people with chronic illnesses or disabilities.
Yeah, so they can help prepare meals, keep up with your hygiene, or even run errands for the person. The service allows caregivers to take a little break. And happening today, state leaders will be in Groton highlighting a program there that will train people to work on wastewater management.
A local technical school is partnering with a water management company to bring environmental technology to the classroom.
And supporters hope this will address a shortage of people working in the
Andrew, Kendall, stay here.
And let's head to
Why?
Westchester now where an exciting
So that you can watch me ditch West.
American School of Deaf is happening today.
I don't understand, Kendall. You
They'll
don't want
have
to
a
watch me
chance to
ditch
meet the
West.
players of the deaf players and national soccer teams from both the U.S. and
Don't
Germany
understand.
ahead of their match at Rentschler Field
Okay,
Sunday.
that's fine.
Today's
Now I
event
need to find the
features a
remote.
question and
I don't
answer
know where the
session
remote
and
is.
a
Get
live
dressed.
soccer demonstration.
Want to speak, Ty?
No,
No, some of it's mine.
Out on the road, it is
I don't know, honey. I'm getting JT dressed
the
first.
steps that you can take to keep kids
Daddy's on the front porch
And a
if you
new
want to
fitness
ask
trend
him.
causing a lot of conversation on social media. You may have seen more people wearing weighted
No, but-
vests. We spoke with
What
trainers
are
to
we
find
talking
out
about?
if they actually help.
Well, if you're headed out for the morning drive in the next couple of hours, you are.
I'm not trying to not answer you, Andrew. I'm trying to get your brother's dress.
It's early later on this afternoon. We'll talk about those chances plus the weekend
Hey,
forecast.
follow it.
Return from this
Here.
short break. Stick with us.
I just want to get you dressed. And then Andrew was trying to determine, is the rest of it his food or is it?
Except for one hash brunch mommy. Please.
Breathe. Here's the glow sticks. Okay. You gotta take, hey, you know what? You don't want to eat the cookie, swallow a pill. And you have to eat the cookie.
True luxury is not a thing acquired or a status to declare. Real luxury is a feeling discovered, opulence of spirit. Feel the difference of the Sarasota area.
Come see this beautiful offertory with our state-of-the-art equipment and our incredibly luxurious, comfortable chairs, just like basically being at a spa for your team. Up the way with
Ew. Hi, babies. Hi. Who's my good puppy boy? You're the good puppy boy. He's gonna come down again, don't you worry. I love you. I love Sergeant. Aw, this takes you petting you in a weird way. Are you ready?
Kendall, take hers.
Yes. She was the first one down and the first one to go back up.
I'm like, okay, so does Andrew take hers too?
I wouldn't put it past him, but no, she came down first. See, ow. See, ow. I did because you hit me. And these the only gins you got, James. We gotta make it work.
First off.
Oh, that's much better. I have to do a load of laundry tonight, so you got pants for tomorrow. Right, my
All right, check
pants
this
on.
out.
Right.
There's a new fitness
Right.
trend you may have noticed when
Yeah,
people
but
are
we-
walking, running, or grabbing their groceries
You know, honestly,
in a weighted
jeans
vest.
scratch.
The new craze is exploding on TikTok. Trainers and scientists we
You're
spoke
still
with say it can give your cardio a boost. However, social media claims that say it improves bone density aren't quite as strong.
Even if it's just a little.
20 or 30 minutes of walking. We
Honestly,
don't really know
it'll
if it has the
stretch.
same benefit because it's such a small amount of time.
Oh,
Well, here's where it can make a difference in
It'll
strength
stretch.
training, where while you're lifting weights can help build muscle and support your joints. Trainers we spoke with say the social media buzz is a great way to get excited about it and start conversations. So the key here is to start small and then work your way up. So
Actually,
I'm
the
wearing
length
a
of them.
12-pound weighted vest here,
Yeah,
and I did a 20-minute circuit,
It's
which normally I would
just
do an
the
hour,
weights.
but with the weighted vest, I was like, let me scale back.
I've been wondering about those.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to watch later because
I've been curious. I see everyone walking around my neighborhood wearing them. Yeah, going to the grocery store.
Did it feel like it was a lot more effort?
Absolutely. As soon as I put it on, I could feel a difference. But when I took it off and I did the last 5 minutes without it, I was like, oh, this is easy. Exactly.
So there you go. Maybe I'll have to start doing weather wearing a weighted vest.
There you go. I'm sure they'll approve it.
There you go. Well, in the forecast today, things we're talking about. We're talking about a cooling
You're above my dog.
for the next couple of days. We'll see temperatures in the upper 50s today. Eventually, by the beginning of next week, upper 50s. Chance for an isolated sprinkle this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. Most of us will stay dry. And yeah, one of those chilly nights and cool afternoons the next couple of days with temperatures below average. Here's the deal. Futurecast is showing you we have an upper level area of low pressure off to our north. And so what happens when we have this area of low pressure is it just swirls around in some cloud cover and some disturbance shower activity. And that's the time for the day today. Now, most of this shower activity will be confined to upstate New York, but there's a chance that a few of those isolated sprinkles make their way into Connecticut. And so through the day today, we will be watching those on Connecticut's only live Doppler radar and letting you know if any are about to enter your area. You can always track the radar on the free First Alert weather app, though. High temperatures this afternoon in the upper 50s to just around 60. 60s are high for the capital city, Chester and New Haven as well. 58 Waterbury, 54 for Salisbury. It will be breezy at times with wind gusts 20 to 25 miles an hour, especially along the shoreline. Good news is pollen counts are low the next couple of days, so if you have allergies, you should be good to go as far as the pollen is concerned. And the weekend outlook is looking great. If you have any outdoor plans, I think you are good to go. And as far as weekends where if you don't have any, really, you should consider making some. Lots of sunshine around, high temperatures in the middle to upper 50s. Definitely a fall like weekend, a bit on the cooler side. And the foliage is about to peak right now in the northwestern and northeastern hills of Connecticut. So if you have a chance to get out and enjoy it, you should. Here's that 7-day forecast showing you we stay mostly dry aside from the isolated sprinkle chance all the way through the rest of the 7-day. All right, let's get another check of the road this morning. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Tyler. Good morning, everyone. If you're heading out the door right now, just heads up here, giving you the first alert that this is going to be a little bit of an issue for the week here. That's according to DOT in Meriden. Route 15 northbound, exit 64B to 91 north. That area is going to be closed again for about a week. All the detours are posted up on the WMSB app. Rest of the state, nice and quiet out there. No crashes, no major incidents. Most of that overnight construction work has subsided. Wait for the daytime work to pick up between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So we see some delays. Normal here, 84 eastbound to Hartford, and then normal delays down through Fairfield County and by southbound towards the George Washington Bridge. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, this morning, President Trump and his legal team are confirming reports that he asked the Justice Department to pay him $230 million. The money would settle federal damage claims over 2 investigations. Both were filed before the start of Trump's second term. Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy calls this, quote, mind-blowing corruption.
New this morning, the national debt is reaching a new record as it tops $38 trillion for the first time. The boost could be fueled in part by the government shutdown because financial decisions are being postponed. $1 trillion has been added since August. The only other time debt accumulated that fast was during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, this morning, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is introducing new rules for officials who work at the Pentagon. He signed a memo that requires Department of Defense workers to get his approval before speaking to members of Congress. Some Democrats say this raises questions about transparency. They recently changed the rules for journalists as well, allowing them to be expelled for information that was not approved by Hegseth. And new this morning, lawmakers from North Carolina have passed new congressional maps, which could give Republicans an additional seat in Congress after the midterms. The state Senate and House have now passed a bill shifting a district held by a Democrat to be more favorable for Republicans. And while the state has a Democratic governor right now, he does not have power to veto the map.
Happening now, an important reminder to pay extra attention on the roads now the kids are back in school. It is National School Bus Safety Week. Police in Orange are reminding you to slow down, especially in school zones and in neighborhoods. Make sure you always stop for the bus. And if the bus is stopped, a child could cross the street at any moment, so keep your eyes open. If you pass a school bus illegally, you could be fined nearly $500.
Well, happening today, officials will be in New Haven to give us an update on healthcare coverage for paraeducators in our state. They work to assist teachers in the classroom. Last year, the budget included $10 million to help them cover insurance costs. New Haven had 200 paraeducators in 2024. That's the fourth most in the whole state.
Happening now, if you're looking for help paying off your federal student loans, you can now take advantage of some forgiveness plans again. President Trump stopped all forgiveness plans earlier this year, but agreed to bring some of them back following a lawsuit with the teachers union. The plans coming back can lower monthly payments based on how much money you make.
Well, this morning, former UConn star Paige Beckers is receiving more recognition for her standout career. She's been named a top 30 finalist for the NCAA Women of the Year. It honors student athletes who have graduated college and contributed to their schools and communities. The winner will be named in January.
Our police in Waterbury searching for a driver who they say hit someone with their car and then drove off. What we know about the suspect and the victim's condition right now.
All of our
Outside here at our iCam in Hartford. Look at that. Stunning Capital City showing off this morning. Meteorologist Tyler is tracking that forecast for you. Make sure you're already ready to the conditions you can expect today when we come back.
Get the best furniture deals at the locally owned and operated Ashley Outlet in Waterbury. Shop our full selection of name brand furniture and mattresses, all at rock bottom prices. Top trends, including washable batteries to upgrade your home. Less at the Ashley Outlet in Waterbury.
We'll take a look at your Massachusetts.
I'll take a quick TV timeout.
High Country Trail Plus LT. You better get to the big C right now. LT. Financing as low as 0%.
LT's Trail Bosses, Customers, Suburbans, Tahoes, Lasers, Equinoxes, Traverse, Trailblazers, and Traxxas, Rotos. We got them all.
Somewhere for your use.
Hey,
Because we sell them.
get out.
Not to trip over.
Online or in West Springfield. Coming soon to the Big East Central Chevrolet.
Every Chevy sells for less.
Another case for the Denver Cattywampus kids.
Subverting.
Your new shower.
Don't settle for Cattywampus chaos. Joe, happy job. Done right the first time. Now's the time to fall in love with a Gary Rome Hyundai. All's my favorite.
And rates as low as 0% on select models.
Gotta love that.
And we have Elantras for $199, Konas for $199, or Tucson for $199.
And they all come with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 3 years of complimentary maintenance.
Fall in love with your new Hyundai today.
Go to Gary now. GaryRomeHyundai.com, 160 Whiting Farms Road, Holyoke.
Another check of your forecast. Meteorologist. We got Tyler Hughes in our.
Temperature in the 40s and 50s to start this morning. Once the sun officially comes up at 7:13, we'll be lots of
When we go to the meteorologist, Chris Pazakis and
this afternoon.
for traffic.
See an isolated sprinkle or two, although most of us will stay totally dry.
They're early with a sunny cloud mix, and we'll see temperatures climb into the upper 50s and low 60s to near 60 as we go towards this afternoon. Watching our traffic trackers, you can do so at WWLP.com.
King one.
All right, good morning. Hey, just heads up here. This could could slow you down here throughout the week in Meriden. Route 15 northbound, exit 64B to 91 north is closed, so just make sure that you are planning accordingly. Rest of the state moving along very nicely as you are getting ready to head out to work or to school. We do have some normal delays that are building. Through Hartford, we got about a 40-minute ride, 84 eastbound, and just over an hour and a half ride, 95 towards George Washington Bridge. Another full update over on the wax in just a few.
Alright, time now for a recap of your top stories. Police are searching for a hit-and-run driver in Waterbury. That's where to find Channel Irish News reporter Taylor Knight will be hitting an update on the wax. Also, police are now take a look at this SUV. Now they try to pick up a child, but no. Thankfully, the girl is safe. The man, as it will be arrested from this more that coming up soon. And also coming up, Connecticut's housing conference is happening in That's not good. Why? What's coming up? Oh.
Much to celebrate this morning. Mike Jackson turning 68. Noah Miller, his 12th birthday. Happy birthday. Barbara Oliver, 85 years young today. Kathy Croce, 68. Lucia Sabatelli, 46 years old. Andre Wayne Allen turning 50. Donna Semper turning 60. Sam Cummings, 28th birthday. Mitchell Post turning 42. David Del Grosso, 39, and Leah Delgado turning 37. So happy birthday to all of you, and happy anniversary to Barbara and Newell Atwood, their 60th anniversary over in New Hartford. So
Oh man, wow. Thanks, Diane, for saying all those names. That was very, very cool. We're about to show you what's coming up on today's show, and we're going to be doing, wow. Let's take a look at this. You're planning for the weekend? We got first word forecast with Tyler Hughes coming up on Eyewitness News at 7 a.m. But for us, we'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. And here's the Quinnipiac Storm Team 7-day forecast.
Cool end to the month of October. It's the last weekend of October, and of course the last week of October for next week. If I could give you a little preview, I would say the 50s continue down to the Halloween for Friday. So
It's gonna be chilly.
yeah, it's going to be a little below average with temperatures. I mean, it's not uncommon to see 50s this time of year, but usually towards the end of October we're right around 60. So we're slightly below average.
Maybe put the kids in a long sleeve costume. I don't know if they're gonna all be a fan of that, but
Yeah,
might appreciate it.
we usually don't see consistent 50-degree temperatures until around the second week of November, so we're a little ahead of schedule.
All right, well, bundle up out there, and once we get colder, it's gonna be chilly out there for the next couple of days. Thanks for joining us this morning, and don't forget, we start our newscast every day at 4:30. You can also watch us on the 22 News Plus app on Off the Desk that starts every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Today, we'll be talking maybe about some things leading up to Halloween, some favorite candies out there this year, so definitely check that out. We also have updates on the Today Show, and of course, we always have the latest at WWLP.com. Have a good one.